Foreign countries.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you do when you're an empire, and the United States is an empire, a dying one, but an empire in its last legs, is you use soft power. And soft power, hard power is I can blow you up, right? I can take this from you. But soft power is culture. Soft power is support. Soft power is we're going to make sure that American movies are available in Saudi Arabia, right? We push for that sort of thing so that we can change the culture, et cetera, et cetera. Soft power is being damaged by these kinds of decisions, right? Because it's one thing to say we're not going to provide free vaccines to people in Taiwan who are dying, right? That's immoral. But it's also dangerous because if you have diseases and illnesses that get out of control, they will spread and they'll end up here, right? It's for all the times that Republicans and the American right have used the idea we have to fight them over there so we don't have to fight them here. Apparently, they never think about that when it comes to germs. They never think about that when it comes to bacteria. But if you stop these mosquitoes from killing babies, in central Kenya in a small town because it takes 3 cents to give them a vaccine, then you don't have to worry about that same mosquito laying an egg in somebody's suitcase that they take to London and then they take to New York and suddenly you've got people sick on the subway. Yeah. Right? So that's one thing. The secondary thing is making America a less appealing place culturally. Means that people don't want to come here to go to college. They don't want to come here to get their second university's degree. They don't want to come here to get their PhDs. There are so many world leaders right now who spent some critical part of their education in America. It's the reason Netanyahu speaks good English, right? He went to school. I mean, like most world leaders have spent some time, or they have people in their administrations who spent some time getting an elite American education, which means that they have a view of this country that is more positive than what you could just get from a history book, right? If you went to a Harvard, MBA program in 1987 and you have a couple friends there, when you are the prime minister of economic policy, in France, you're like, we could go to trade war, but let me call my friend Gary. We went to school together. We went to the MBA program. I said, Gary, is there a way we can do this? That's how the world works, right? It's interpersonal relationships. So if you make America a place where nobody wants to come here to get educated, where people who are here getting educated are like, this place is terrible. I got to go back to Saudi Arabia. I don't feel safe here. In 10 years, when those men and women are running their countries, they don't want to work with us anymore.
That's a good.
They're going to say this is not a good place. They don't want to send their kids here.
That's a good.
And then we're more isolated down the road. The people who are being abused and offended and kicked out of the country now will be the men and women leading the countries that we got to work with in 15 years. So that's the problem that I see with the lack of aid. That it starts with practical things like disease control, right? Which leads to political destabilization, which leads to terrorism. And then you've got the soft power where if you're not offering scholarships, if you're not making this country open and available, then why does anyone want to work with us?
Those are all valid points. Thank you.